Strike, copyright claim. Okay. So, welcome to a series I totally just invented maybe 4 seconds ago. I'm not saying the number 4 because I have like any kind of weird ADD OCD thing about the number 4. That would not be the case, not at all. No. I like the number 4. I was speaking of, by George, by golly, I have just completed the 4th installment of the John Wick franchise. This will make the 3rd movie in a duration of 3 weeks that I have seen in the theater. And on that note, I'm starting to notice the theaters, slowly but surely, are starting to repopulate a little bit, and that's a nice thing to see. I'm even noticing like a camaraderie building. Hey, D. Libby, you get a peace sign back. A good evening, Mrs. Queen Survivor. Good evening. That reminds me of the every 3 weeks there has been a preview for the movie Renfield, which is starring, of course, the absolutely insane and talented Nicolas Cage, and that dude that has been in a couple movies, one notably, which was like a rom-com zombie romance film. Don't ask, I don't make them, I just watch some of them. So I watched John Wick 4. I always want to say John Rick, like Rick Sanchez. Did I miss anybody? Hi, yes, hello, sweet, lovely people. John Wick 4. I'm not gonna. This is a spoiler-free thing, and I'm gonna try to actually make this a thing. Like right after the movie, I park and I'm gonna rant. I'm good at ranting. So how was it? Glad you asked. Perfect segue. It's like we're doing this. You're here, you're over here, and I'm in there. I don't think out of all of my years, and remember, I consider myself to be like this movie buff connoisseur aficionado. I watch movies from around the world. I've seen every kind of genre. Disaster movies, mass unaliving movies, horror, action, you name it. Independence Day level stuff, planetary stuff. And out of all those movies, John Wick 4 has the highest body count of any movie I have seen in my life, and I pride myself on watching movies that are gory and action-packed and violent and all that. John Wick 4, hands down, I don't think I can recall seeing as much absolutely gorgeous cinematography, violence and fighting, and oh my, I mean, there's so many. Yeah, out of every movie, Jason Voorhees has nothing on John Wick and company, okay? Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger, they all walk into a bar, alright? All of them are sitting down just straight up pissed and drinking because they can't live up to John Wick's numbers. I'll throw in, alright, Rambo, okay? I'm even familiar with, I used to count. I lost the ability to count the body count in John Wick 4. I am not kidding. This movie clocks in at 2 hours and 49 minutes. And it doesn't really take its time to get right to business. We got a fantastic cast, alright? We know what to expect. Badass Keanu Reeves, who some of his lines when he delivers them are just kind of funny because it's Keanu Reeves. Lawrence Fishburne as like the Rat King, the Underground King. And, it's really, really heartbreaking. I cannot spoil, but there... okay, hold on. D-Libby, you're asking, were there more than 300 individuals taken down, unalived in this movie? Or 300 the movie? More than... Jeez, Okay, that's a good question, because I'm imagining all the scenes, but this is just something you have to see, and you'll fully understand. And anywhere that you can think of an action-packed sequence, I'll give you one thing, an historic moment and scene has taken place in John Wick 4. The absolute longest, most agonizing, most ridiculous, meant to be taken serious, falling down of a large, historic flight of stairs takes place. I don't think, not even in a parody movie, will you be able to find a longer scene where somebody falls from a very, very high place with stairs and hits every damn step down the road, okay? That was the longest stair falling scene. It was so obvious and hilarious that I even, much to the chagrin of the company I had with me, see, sometimes I'll belt out a joke or two or four, if you really got to take your risks and strategically and wisely, because there's other people trying to enjoy the film. So if you're gonna open your mouth and say something in a theater, you better make sure it's good. So homeboy falls down, Jesus, I don't know, 400 flights of stairs. It seems like that scene went on forever, and when he finally hits the bottom, I shouted, "Oh, you missed a step," and the crowd laughed. That was a nice little moment. So yeah, amazing cast. You got Donnie Yen, who is a Hong Kong absolute like real life legend hero. I was so happy to see him in this movie. He speaks perfect English, and I had no idea. And hey, Shelby, dear Lord, woman, where have you been? I hope all is well with you and the family. Remember, you're kind of around here, but I know you're a busy lady. Hit your boy up, okay? Remember, my schedule's limited as well. I just saw John Wick 4, and I'm kind of ranting and raving about it. I wanna say things and ensure that no experience is spoiled. There's a lot of very likable and unique characters put into this film. This film goes kind of almost all over the globe. I'm not country, I mean the globe. You find yourself in about maybe 4 different countries throughout, and you get to see kind of other continental hotels in other countries, which is a neat thing. Not spoiling plot. Alright, here's one thing. This is not a specific thing, but this one sentence may tell you something you did not... I don't know if you want to know, or... do I take the risk, or should I not? I'll just say this, take it for what you will. Independent. After the movie, please do stay for the post-credit scene. Specifically, not just for the franchise, but for closure of some characters we're introduced to. And it's a post-credit scene that's gonna stir the pot with people that were huge fans of not only every single John Wick movie ever, but just specifically for John Wick 4. But that aside, I want to say you can be pretty damn certain that this is the last John Wick story that will be told. I feel pretty, about 99% confident in that being the case. But who knows? Remember what they pulled at the end of 3. Who knows? And you got one of the Skarsgårds in there. How many Skarsgårds are in there? Are in the family, all rich and famous? You got the one from True Blood and Vikings, and so you got one of the Skarsgård, the one that played It, Stephen King's It, with the eye that goes all funny. He's like one of the mainest villains that you definitely want to see get got. He's in there. He does his job well. And there's another one, but I think you kids are a little too young and you won't get the joke or association. I mean, I am the oldest one in this room as far as I can see. Hey, what's up, Coda? My scars have guards. Yeah, speaking of scars, bro, I don't know if you noticed, man, but I'm telling you, John Wick 4, one of the most impressive action movies, one of the longest action sequences. The movie is practically 3 hours of action, and the body count is beyond my comprehension. It's the highest body count movie I've seen, no matter what genre, be it Independence Day, where you're destroying cities at a time, or countries. It's just, you literally get to see every single person that gets offed. So it gives this sense of, like, holy crap, you've watched a lot of people get got, and damn, it's satisfying, it's amazing. Some of the cinematography, camera work are done so beautifully. Some unique stuff. There's one particular scene that's shot overhead. I'm thinking they built an entire set and removed any ceiling, and either they were using a drone or they just had some very talented cameramen, and it was just so smooth the way everything was shot overhead, and so many things happening at once. And when you're watching it on the big screen, you may have to actually move your head to keep up with all the action. So 100% I fully recommend. I give, out of the movies I've seen the past few months, I've seen Creed 3, I've seen Scream 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the movies in the theater, John Wick 4 is my movie of the year so far. Okay? John Wick 4 takes the cake. Fantastic film, great fighting scenes, just the right amount of funny, and without spoiling anything, wait for the post-credit scene. Oh, and what I was going to say about that beautifully shot part where it's all overhead, everything's happening so fast, and it's almost challenging to keep track of all the action happening at one time. I swear it was taken from or borrowed, or the idea was given and inspired by a video game I've played called Hong Kong Massacre, where the whole idea, it's an overhead game, and you got to just charge through room after room after room and take out as many bad guys as possible. They do that in this cinema, and man, it was just absolutely breathtaking. So if you haven't seen John Wick 4, if you have not yet planned to see John Wick 4, do yourself a favor, cancel all your plans, get divorced, quit your job, okay? Sell all of your what do you call them, sentimental items, and just go watch John Wick 4 for the rest of your life, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm reconnecting. And I got some Japanese food, and I got Bucket O Giant ramen over here. Bucket O Giant miso with fish cakes and pork, and just lovely stuff from more of the Eastern world, the food that I love the most. Okay, y'all have a fantastic night. Remember, my computer is, I think I'm just going to master StreamYard a little bit more, because OBS is just a pain. Luckily and blessedly enough, I had too much company. I had too many people keeping me company for me to really focus on anything personally, which is a beautiful thing, and I'm proud of that. Life can be absolutely amazing if you give it the chance to do so. So remember, whatever it takes, get your ass into the theaters. John Wick 4. I very seldom give an A+ to a movie, but totally A+ and beyond. The other white meat.